imagine more stories that soar, business, life, and so much more. Laughs, lessons, and local delight. It's the podcast that feels just right. It's the Imagine More podcast.
Hello, friends. Grab your coffee or tea. I've got mine. And welcome to Season 2 of the Imagine More podcast. I'm your host, Rose Young, educator, entrepreneur, event planner, podcast host, and today, a fellow Moore County resident who is very much snowed in. Yes, snow. About 6 inches in most places, more in others, and suddenly Moore County looks like a snow globe none of us ordered. But here we are. Raleigh may be just a stone's throw away, but today, and honestly most days, we don't need to make that drive. We have plenty happening right here. And that's exactly why this podcast exists. Moore County is one of those places that surprises people in the best way. It has a small town feel, but big ideas, big heart, and a lot going on. One of the first things I noticed when I moved here was this. The community buys local. They cheer for local businesses. They truly show up for everything local. And it goes even deeper than that. Here in Moore County, our nonprofit leaders don't work in silos. We have an inter-council organization where representatives from nonprofits across the county come together, sharing calendars, coordinating efforts, and making sure major fundraisers don't land on the same day. That means organizations support one another instead of competing with one another. That kind of collaboration is rare, and it's remarkable, and it tells you a lot about who we are. This season on the Imagine More podcast, we'll be championing the people of Moore County who are making their mark. People who show up with courage, take risks, work hard, and build something meaningful right here at home. We'll highlight new businesses, nonprofit leaders, longtime local staples, and creators behind some truly unique and time-honored events, like the Sandhills Dog Fair, a fundraiser for local rescue and adoption animal shelters, the Antique Fair in Cameron that's been delighting visitors for decades, and Hounds on the Grounds at Weymouth, the annual traditional mounted hunt that dates back to 1914, established in Southern Pines. Today, guests can still watch members of the Moore County Hounds, founded by James Boyd and his brother, embark on a hunt that feels straight out of another era. And that's just the beginning. There are far too many unique, creative, and deeply rooted traditions in Moore County to fit into one introduction. So you'll have to tune in. And one thing that makes this podcast a little different, every guest who appears on the Imagine More podcast gets something special. I write a custom jingle just for them. No templates, no repeats. Just a short musical moment inspired by who they are and what they bring to Moore County. It's my musician's heart showing up, and my way of saying thank you for sharing your story. This season, you'll hear a mix of conversations, some right here in the studio, and some special episodes that take us out into the community. Throughout the year, I'll occasionally step into our downtowns, spotlight local events, and record on location, talking with people who live and work here and asking one simple question: what do you love about your town? Those episodes will be sprinkled throughout the season, adding a little extra local flavor while keeping the heart of the podcast focused on thoughtful conversation and storytelling. We'll be celebrating all the towns that make up this incredible county: Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen, Robbins, Cameron, Carthage, Whispering Pines, Vass, Taylortown, Pine Bluff, Foxfire, and everywhere in between. Moore County is growing, it's evolving, and it's still holding on to the things that matter. If you'd like to be on the podcast or know someone who would be a great guest, we'd love to hear from you. You can reach us at imaginemorepodcast25@gmail.com, and that's more spelled like Moore County. To our local listeners, our loyal listeners, our Moore County family, thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Imagine More podcast and help us shine a light on all the amazing things happening right here in Moore County, North Carolina. And as always, keep imagining more.
Imagine more stories that soar, business, life, and so much more. Laughs, lessons, and local delight. It's the podcast that feels just right. It's the Imagine More podcast.